Every time you hesitate, you surrender your power. Today you will learn how to decide without fear. Decision is the master key. Nothing moves until you decide. Every dream, every destiny, every achievement begins at the moment of decision. Napoleon Hill said it clearly. Indecision is one of the greatest enemies of success. Most people never fail because of lack of talent or lack of opportunity. They fail because of lack of decision. Think about it. How many lives are stuck? Not because the door is locked, but because no decision has been made to open it. Indecision is silent theft. It steals years, it steals potential, it steals destiny. Every time you delay, you surrender to drifting. But when you decide, truly decide, power rushes in. The Bible shows us this truth again and again. Joshua stood before the people and said, "Choose this day whom you will serve." Decision was the dividing line between destiny and destruction. Elijah on Mount Carmel shouted, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him." Decision was the key. Even Jesus said, "Let your yes be yes and your no be no." Indecision weakens, decision empowers. Why is decision so powerful? Because decision creates direction. A person who decides may stumble, may fall, but they are moving. A person who refuses to decide goes nowhere. Decision also creates identity. The moment you decide, you say, "This is who I am. This is where I go. This is what I pursue." Decision is a declaration of self. History proves it. Abraham Lincoln decided he would not quit after defeats. That decision carried him to the presidency. Martin Luther King Jr. decided that nonviolence would be the weapon of justice. That decision changed a nation. Rosa Parks decided she would not give up her seat. That single decision became a spark for freedom. But here is the trap. Most people live in hesitation. They wait for perfect clarity. They wait for zero risk. They wait for everyone to approve. That day never comes. Indecision is comfortable, but it kills. Decision is uncomfortable, but it creates. So how do you master the power of decision? First, embrace imperfection. No decision will ever have complete certainty. Decide anyway. Clarity comes after commitment. Second, shorten the gap. The longer you wait, the weaker you become. Strong people decide quickly and change slowly. Weak people decide slowly and change quickly. Third, connect decision to destiny. Don't ask, "Is this easy?" Ask, "Does this align with my purpose?" If yes, decide now. Fourth, accept responsibility. Decision means ownership. Don't blame, don't excuse. Own your choice, and it will empower you. Fifth, practice daily decisions. Decision is a muscle. The more you decide, the stronger it gets. Even small choices train your will. Say this with me. I decide boldly. I decide quickly. I decide with purpose. My yes is yes. My no is no. I refuse to drift. I choose to act. I choose to move. I choose to live. Metaphors prove the point. Decision is like striking a match. Until you strike, no fire comes. Decision is like planting a seed. Until you plant, nothing grows. Decision is like turning a key. Until you turn it, the door stays closed. Think of Alexander the Great. When he landed with his army, he burned the ships. That was decision. No retreat. No going back. Only forward. Decision creates commitment. Now, let's get practical. Here is a 7-step decision protocol you can use daily. Define the purpose. Does this choice align with my destiny? Limit options. Too many choices paralyze. Narrow to what matters. Decide quickly. Trust your intuition and purpose. Announce it. Speak it aloud. Decision declared becomes stronger. Act immediately. Even one small step locks it in. Reject regret. Once decided, move forward. Don't waste power looking back. Repeat daily. Strengthen your decision muscle. Your subconscious mind responds to decision. When you decide, your subconscious mobilizes resources, ideas, people, and opportunities to align. But when you hesitate, your subconscious stalls. This is why indecision is so dangerous. It keeps your subconscious in neutral. But once you decide, it shifts into drive. Now declare again, decision is my power. Indecision is my enemy. I choose quickly. I act boldly. I commit fully. My decisions create my destiny. If this message is stirring your spirit, don't stop here. Subscribe to Napoleon Inspires right now. Every day you will receive principles of decision, faith, and purpose. Daily encouragement to cut hesitation, daily wisdom to strengthen your will, daily fuel to live boldly. This is not just a channel. It is a movement, a community of people who refuse to drift, who choose decisively, who live with clarity and power. Remember, every time you hesitate, you surrender your power. But when you decide, you unleash it. Decision is the master key. Use it, and every locked door in your destiny will open. Decision is also a sword. It cuts through confusion. It slices doubt in half. It separates the path of destiny from the path of destruction. Indecision leaves you tangled in a web of what-ifs and maybes. But one clear decision sets you free. Think of Moses. He lived in Pharaoh's palace with wealth and comfort, but he made a decision to identify with his people rather than with privilege. That decision carried him into the desert, then back to Egypt, and eventually into history as the liberator of Israel. Think of Ruth. She could have returned to her homeland, but she made a decision. Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God, my God. That decision placed her in the lineage of King David and even of Christ himself. Think of Jesus in Gethsemane. The weight of the world on his shoulders, blood falling his sweat. He made a decision. Not my will, but yours be done. That decision unlocked redemption for all humanity. Every miracle, every breakthrough, every legacy begins with decision. History repeats the lesson. Winston Churchill decided Britain would never surrender, even when bombs fell and defeat looked certain. Nelson Mandela decided freedom was worth decades in prison. Steve Jobs decided to return to Apple when it was dying, and his decision rebirthed one of the most powerful companies in the world. Your decision does the same. It might look small today, but it carries generations tomorrow. Decision is also a switch. It turns on power. Until you flip it, nothing flows. But the moment you decide, energy floods your spirit. Indecision is like standing in a dark room with the switch inches away. Decision is the courage to flip it. Here are 10 declarations of decision to speak daily. I decide to live by faith, not fear. I decide to persist when others quit. I decide to discipline my mind and body. I decide to guard my words and speak life. I decide to act on my vision today. I decide to forgive quickly and release the past. I decide to invest in growth, not comfort. I decide to honor my time and protect my focus. I decide to surround myself with purpose-driven people. I decide to never drift, but to move forward with clarity. Now, imagine your life 1 year from now if you made these decisions daily. Imagine 5 years. Imagine 10. Destiny compounds where decision begins. And if this message is stirring you, don't wait another moment. Subscribe to Napoleon Inspires right now. Every day, you will receive principles of faith, persistence, and decision. Daily encouragement to act boldly, daily wisdom to cut hesitation, daily fuel to live with power. This is not just a channel. It is a movement. A family of people who have burned their ships, silenced their doubts, and chosen decisively to live in destiny. Remember, every time you hesitate, you give away power. But every time you decide, you reclaim it. Decide today. Decide boldly. Decide with faith. And let your decisions unlock the life you were created to live.